Video games. I've been playing video games my entire life. I was only 4 when my father bought my brothers and I our first game. It was a quite controversial game at the time, called Doom. He bought Doom to a bunch of children, and when we thought it had cute monsters and you would walk around, there's tomato sauce everywhere, my mother disapproved. But it was too late. At that point, we were addicted. Well, a couple years down the line, my dad makes another smart decision, and he buys us the PlayStation 1. And it was wonderful. For the first time in my life, I felt like I could dive into other worlds. From then on, I have played games of every genre. Games that made me burst into laughter, others gave me a sense of thrill and wonder, some even broke me apart. The mixture of interactivity with storytelling is unlike any other form out there, and although film and music both have had a major influence in my life, video games have been the most significant. There is no game I would call my favorite, but there is a game that has changed my perspective on how I play games. I remember it clearly. It was just another hot summer day in South Florida when my friend Mario tells me about a game he's been playing called Space Station 13. He told me to give it a shot, and I did. And it was a masterpiece!
Attention, new command report.
This is Space Station 13. Yeah, I know it doesn't look impressive, but the game single-handedly changed my perspective on my understanding of games. Space Station 13 is essentially a community-developed, multiplayer round-based role-playing game where the players assume the role of a crew member on a space station. Together, you must keep the station running smoothly whilst dealing with antagonistic forces who threaten to sabotage the mission. For example, if you're playing as a doctor, your job is to help patients or perform surgeries. If you're the detective, you would have to solve any crimes in the station. And if you're the clown, well, you need to make people laugh. And while it doesn't sound like much fun, the game is extremely rewarding. Unlike other games where the story is scripted, Space Station 13 manages to tell a story through your interaction with other players. Your character has a name, a history, and even his own genetic code. This form of storytelling is new and dynamic every time you play around, and is the reason why I find this game to be so special. This game not only opened my eyes to what games are, but what they can be. It inspired me to really think outside the box, and more importantly, to not judge a book by its cover.